In this podcast episode, we're going to talk about why you shouldn't just grow a detailing business and why you need to focus on creating the life you want. This is the Detailing Business Class Podcast. And a quick message from our sponsor, Jobber. Now, even though we've only been sponsored for a few months, we've been using their software heavily for the last 4 years in our detailing business. It's literally the backbone of how we run our operations, from scheduling customers in the calendar, from keeping track of the customer's information, to confirming customers' appointments, to sending out quotes. Jobber is the main software that we use to run our business. And over the last 4 years, it's been really great to see how they've evolved their software. I mean, they keep on adding more and more features that just makes it much easier for me and to every business owner to just run their business. So instead of trying to manually enter a bunch of things in a spreadsheet or keeping track of all the appointments in the Google Calendar, like we use Jobber to keep track and run our entire detailing business. If you want to give it a free 14-day trial plus 20% off your first 6 months, you can click the link in the show notes, or if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description box to get a free 14-day trial plus 20% off your first 6 months. Thank you, Jobber. And now let's get started with the episode. And welcome back to a podcast episode. It is currently 6:34 in the morning. I actually got here at 5:30 to start working on some content because I have to head out to the field at 8:15, and Justin has to edit some podcasts. I'm recording this on the Tuesday before Thursday, and so I want to make sure we have podcasts lined up so we're not in a rush. One thing I really hate, I've said this multiple times, is when we have to create a podcast, edit a podcast, and publish a podcast the day or the day before. I like being just at least a little bit ahead of time, especially with a podcast that take a lot more time to prep. So I want to go in here and knock this one out before we go to the field. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about something a bit different that still 100% directly applies to your detailing business, but it's more so of like the thing's going to fall under creating the life you want. Okay. And then stay with me here. It's going to be a good episode. Trust me. Hopefully it opens up your eyes and kind of gets you going in a different direction. So my main thing is like, don't just, of course, like we're going to spend a lot of our time, most of our time, working and growing our business, right? So, right now you might have a full-time job and your goal is to get it to, you eventually want to quit your day job and go with your business full-time, which is awesome, amazing, great. And the thing that comes with that is you're going to spend a lot of time, a lot of hours just working on your business. So, right now you're working full time, and you might be spending 2-3 hours a day working on your business, and then on your days off or on the weekends you are actually detailing vehicles. And when you go full time, it's very, 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 very easy to work, or not even full time, but just on your days off or when you're off work. It's very easy to just spend hours and hours working on your business. And back in 2015, I was working 10, 12, 14 hours. And in 2019, I was working 10, 12, 14 hours. 2022, I'm working 10, 12, 14 hours. So like, because it's your business, it's your livelihood, there's no, all the responsibility is on you. There's no boss, there's no department, there's no one helping you out. Like there's always a ton of work to do. Like you will never not have 1,000 things to do, right? Not saying that you should do 1,000, but there's always things to do, right? And it gets very, very easy to just get locked in and just all you do is work. All you do is work, and you don't really have like a life outside of work. And to me, I never look at it as a work-life balance. I don't agree with that. I more so kind of follow the concept or the plan of like just go to the extreme on each side. Like if you're gonna go and work 12, 14 hours a day for a week, and then for the next, for 2 or 3 days, you are doing nothing and you're just hanging out with family and friends and you're doing no work, right? That's kind of like what I do. It's really weird to think about like the work-life balance of like, you work 6 hours and then you're back at home or whatever for, for the rest of the day. Again, that's dependent on every single human being here, dependent if you have a family, if you have, kids, if you're married, divorced, if you have a significant other, if you have a dog, if you, whatever, like there's so many factors to that. So that's just how me currently in my situation. So with that being said, with you working that much time, and I'm just going to fast forward and say you're full time now, right? Meaning you are working on your business full time. You don't have a day job. Even if you have a day job, it's fine. This is still applicable to you. So what I would say is don't just grow a detailing business. You have to create the life that you want. And this is going to look different for every single person, but let me just point it out in terms of what I'm trying to get at. So for me here, right, I still work 10 to 14 hours a day. And most of that time is spent at the shop, right? Because we have our shop here, obviously, so we service vehicles, and then we have our other shop that we use for content creation. So we have a detailing business, and then we have Detail Groove that obviously creates a bunch of content: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're always editing, shooting, creating podcasts. So the way, and then if you go back to a few episodes, I talked about how I optimize my life for productivity, meaning like how I save time, how I'm able to maximize my time to make sure I get more stuff done. So if you haven't listened to it, go back a few episodes and listen to that one as well. But for instance, here at the shop, right, the way like I'm gonna fuse in every way that and moving forward, like I'm trying to be very intentional. I am intentional with these kind of things of what can I do in my business that will also benefit my personal life, right? So like for here at the shop, right, we're big. We work out a lot. If you listen to my last episode, there's a reason why we have a gym here in our shop. But because there's a gym in our shop, right, like a full fledged gym, like for powerlifting and such, I can invite friends over, family over every day to work out. Not that I do, but what I'm saying is every day, or just about every day, there's someone coming over to work out with us in the gym, right? So what most people would be like, hey, let's plan to go to the gym sometime to get a lift in, right? Instead, it's like you can bring everyone to you, right? And that's just one example, but it's like try to maximize what you do in your business to also affect your personal life. Because I'm already here 10, 14 hours a day. So it's, and obviously a gym, everyone wants to, well, people like to work out. So it's like, it's very easy to be like, hey, would you like to come work out at the gym? So instead of me driving somewhere or trying to like set time aside, I could just literally have someone else or whoever else come to our shop and we work out here. And I'm able to see more people at our shop without leaving because I've created an environment where I can invite people, friends, family over to work out at the gym while not even leaving the shop. And I'm already going to be here working out. So it's like, you might as well, I might as well invite someone over to, and it could be one person, it could be three people, it could be five people to get a good lift in, right? So that's one way I'm like, okay, if I'm already here, I have the gym, I'm here 10, 14 hours a day, but now keeping everything the same, I can still invite people over because we can lift. Another thing we do is like a few times, like maybe once or twice per month, we'll have like a dinner kind of thing here at the shop. Again, not that like we still go out and do team outings, but it's like it's just another way to maximize what we have here to do more stuff on the personal side as well. So maybe once or twice a month. It doesn't happen every month. We'll have like a dinner here at the shop. I'll invite like the team members come. I invite friends, family, and it'll be like 10, 13, 20 people here just to have dinner. Like that's it. Like I'm already here this amount of times. I'm already going to be here on this random Wednesday at 7 p.m. working. So it's like, hey, family, friends, like, do you guys want to come over at 7 p.m.? We'll order a bunch of food. We'll eat and talk for like an hour and a half and just chill, maybe like play a little bit of basketball. And then that's it, right? Again, I'm already here 10, 14 hours. I'm already going to be here at this time because I'm working. Well, I might as well invite friends, family over, have this nice little, meal with and just kind of talk and chill out for a little bit. And then that's it, right? But again, it's what I have here. You change that and conform that to like, well, how can I bring my personal life into this, right? Like I just said, we do have a basketball hoop here. So I'm not much of a hooper myself, but my we have a bunch of people here that do like to hoop, like my brother and his friends. So what to do, like on a few Sundays ago, there was like 7 people here just to hoop, right? And again, I'm already gonna be here on a Sunday to work out. I'm already gonna work on like on business work after the workout, and it's like there's no reason why you guys can't be here the whole time playing basketball. So it's again, people like to play basketball. They had a little tournament going on, and they played for like 2-3 hours, and it's like we just like it just what can you do with your business that also affects and maximizes your personal life, right? And again, like could we go and can I just pay a membership every month to whatever gym down the street? Like, yeah, I could. Could you go to a park and play basketball? Like, yes, I could. But like the way I want to create my life, again, it's like it's going back to like don't just create a business, create the life that you want. It's like I would rather, right, to maximize my time and my life. And trust me, if someone has a private gym where you don't have to worry about things like equipment being used or too many people or playing crappy music or just not a good vibe, trust me, people will always want to go towards a private gym. Um, Create the life that you want. So it's like I like not just like me being like stingy with my time, but it's like this is the life that I want, right? And it's gonna keep on getting I'm gonna keep on kind of exemplifying, or if that's the right word, on that, right? So like right now we have like we have a lot of gym equipment for powerlifting, but over time I do want to get more machines. I want to get more like cable machines. I want to get more what's it called, pin loaded machines. And it's like, yeah, so like and that means I'll get a bigger space for the gym, and that means I'll just invite more friends and family, right? And it's like, and so now it's like, think about this, like, every morning, like not every morning, but like when I come work out at 6 a.m. in the morning before the day starts, and I tell, and 5 different friends show up to work out, it's like, oh, cool. So like just 6 a.m. in the morning before work starts, I get to see my friends and family. We're all working out and getting after it before the day starts. And it's just like, that's just the kind of the vibe, the life that I want to create and what I'd like to do. Right. And yes, it costs money, of course, but it's like, if you are running a business, if you are growing your business and you're like, oh, well, that's going to be costly. It's like, yeah, but this is why you're in business though. Like, this is why you're creating your own life. This is why you're in control of your life and you're your own boss. Because if you do want whatever it is that's this costly, well, then so be it. Like, that is what you want. So why would you not go after it? So if spending $30,000 on gym equipment, if that's the amount that it takes to get what I want, I threw a number out there. If it's $30,000, okay, well, I guess that's why I'm running a business, right? And I guess that's why I set goals and why I work hard and why I kind of have a vision for what I want to do, because I want to be able to go buy $30,000 worth of gym equipment so that me and my friends can just have a good lifting session together, right? And again, like, think deeper of what these things are. Like, it's not to like show off or to showboat or to like, oh, look at me in my personal gym. It's like, that sets the mood, the vibe, the energy for the rest of the day, right? Pulling up at 6 a.m. to your private gym, and your good friends are there. They're all excited because, man, like, it's a private gym. Like, we're gonna have an amazing session. Like, I don't have to go to the commercial gym where it's gonna be all packed and the equipment's gonna be used up. Like, it's just, that's what sets a tone right for the day. And then that's just one example. But it's like, yes, like, what can you do in your business that's like, oh, so like, I have whatever, but I could also do this with my friends and family, right? That's what I mean. Like, of course, like, if you want to travel and such, like, that's also a part of it, right? And I'll get to that in a bit here. But it's like, you create the life that you want, right? Like, if you only want to work 4 days out of the week, so the 3 days you can go and do whatever, anything else you want to do, like, why can't you do that? You can 100% do that. You set a plan, you execute, you iterate as needed, and then you just keep on trying to follow that game plan. So like I said, we have the hoop here. So yeah, so that's just one thing that, like, that's just some examples of what I mean of, like, don't just run a detailing business. Don't just spend all your time, working hard and 10, 14 hours a day without like integrating your personal life. And for me, that's why I said, like, I don't have like a work-life balance as far as like, oh, I'll be out the shop by like, 6 p.m. and be back at the apartment by 7 or whatever, It's more so of like, hey, like, how can I bring my personal life into the business life? And again, it's not like an everyday thing. It's just more so of like, does that mean every time I go hang out with my family it has to be at the shop? No, not at all. It's just another thing that you can do to maximize what you're already doing in your business. Like, do I not go to any other gyms? Like, yeah, I still pay I still pay for a gym membership to go to another gym because I want to. Granted, they have machines. Once I get machines, I probably won't go as often. But like, every Sunday, we go to another gym. Maybe once or twice a week, I go to another gym because it's like, it's just that I just want to try different gyms, where I want to go try different equipment, and I don't have that, so I'm going to go somewhere else. Or when it comes to like, again, like hanging out with friends, family, is it always at the shop? No, not at all. It's like it's just cool that like throughout the week, it's just, oh, look, I'm seeing friends, like, they're coming over to live. Like, I'm still here in my environment. I'm able to work, and I'm not like taken away from the busy schedule that I have. But hey, like, you want to come work out, you want to come hang out, that we can do that too. So don't just get stuck on like, oh, I'm just growing a business. Don't get me wrong, you are. And only now at this point in our business am I able to kind of spend money on things like this and look at things in this way. Because obviously the first like 3-5 years that I was growing my business, if you've been staying with me that long, it was more so just working, just trying to get, more customers for our detailing business. It was just trying to, get the first shop. Like, this is going to be a thing that you progress over. But it is great to be intentional about it, about already having the foresight of like, oh, okay, so if I do get this business, if I do go full time, like, and I've been missing whatever, then I can actually take off Wednesdays, and I can finally go do what I've been wanting to do, whatever whatever it means. But think about it in that way. And again, like if you do want to go and travel and such, it's like, yeah, if you want to work 4 days out of the week, so the other three you can go and travel, or you wanna work 3 weeks out of the month, so 1 week you have free to do whatever you want. Like you just got to make that game plan work. Like, you just have to find a way to make it work. It's not going to be straightforward. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs in terms of like getting to that point where you know what you want to do. But there is no reason why you can't do what you want to do. So don't just get stuck on running a business. Create the life that you want, and that's going to look different for every single person here. What you value, what you want, what you cherish, what you enjoy is going to be different for every single person. So you find what that is, and then you create that game plan to create the life that you want. So yeah, so don't just make your business a place to work. Like, try to really maximize and get more out of it. I mean, there's how like, and one thing I really try to ask myself, right, is, am I truly excited to go to work today? That's something like I ask myself quite often. I talk to Caesar about it all the time. Like, am I really excited to go to work? Right? Of course, we're excited because it's our own job. I mean, it's our own company, it's our own business. We're in control and we're responsible for it. But do you really think right now, at this given time, like right now, today, is this really the most excited that you can be to go to work? Like, have you met your limit in terms of how excited and happy you are to going to work? I don't think so. Right? So what does that look like? I don't know what that looks like for you, but it's like, what else could you do in your business that you're like, like, whoa, like I cannot believe this is my business, right? It's gonna look different for everyone. Like, but for me specifically, that like for me to like, again, like I'm super happy and proud of my life. Like, I'm not downgrading anything, but I'm just saying, like, again, you're creating the life that you want. So it's like you can plan out whatever you want. So for me, it would be, like I said, to have a full-fledged gym, like to have a 1,500 square foot shop just dedicated to like gym equipment, or like more of extracurricular activities that you can do. Like, I would like to have a full-fledged gym with a bunch of machines. I would like to have like some racing simulators and some gaming PC set up in a dedicated room. It would be cool to like, I just want more video and audio gear, right? Because that's what I like, and it'd be cool to shoot on like higher end cameras. It's like things like that of like, man, like this is our job, like this is our company, this is what we do every day. Like, we get to come here and just shoot with the most like amazing equipment. Still not the great like red cameras, but I'm saying like you just want to be able to like be so excited, like, man, like, I cannot believe this is what we have. And it's not just for me, right? Because it's also for our team members, like our editor, Justin. It's like he would also be like, whoa, like these this is like some top notch, top quality camera. Like, this is amazing. So it's not just a me thing. It's like you're creating that kind of work environment, that culture that's like, oh, like it's badass to work here, right? Like, how many times have you gone to a job and you just don't like the place? Like, you hate it. Like, it's annoying. It's frustrating. The coworkers suck. The environment sucks. The leadership sucks. Like, it's all boring and whack, and like you just don't want to be there. Well, then create that type of culture that you would want to be in at your own place, right? So when it comes to like, oh, I want the gym equipment, I want more video audio gear, I want more channels to run. It's like, it's not just for me. It's also for anyone and everyone that works here. It's like, oh, that's so amazing to work here. Like, man, like I'm so excited. Like, there's so much work to be done. Like, we're doing cool things. It's cool video ideas. It's like we're pushing new things. Like, this is so fun. Like, create that work environment, that culture that you wish you had at other companies, right? So this whole like the gym, the equipment, the gear, it's like, it's not just for me. It is nowhere just for me, right? It's for everyone that works here. So they're like deeply excited and passionate about, man, like I cannot wait for tomorrow, because man, we're gonna work on this thing, on this project, we're releasing this thing, we're gonna work on this car, like super excited to work on there, or work there the next day. Like, that's the goal you want to make it exciting for everyone to work where you want to work. Um, so yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, how, like, are you truly excited to go to work today? Right? Like, another thing I'd like to do is just to have a badass office hallway. Like, have some cool mirrors, have some cool posters, have some cool LED lights, have like the walls painted black, have some like some paintings or murals on there. It's like, just because like when you go there, like you want to have that energy of like, oh, like this, like I want to work here, like I want to be here. Again, this is over. Like, I really don't have much of that, right? But it's like, it's over time, because like, have you gone to like I'll just give you an example. Like they're renovating a theater in our area, and once they open up a new section that they have already renovated, when we went in there, we were like, "Whoa, this place is cool." Like it makes me want to come here more often. Like the vibe was cool. Like the lights, the carpeting, the posters, like the how everything was like, this is really cool. And it just got me thinking of like, man, like I want to have this feeling when I go to the office, you know? Like yes, of course, like again, I am happy and proud that we have an office, that there's a hallway, there's AC, we have laptops, like there's no question about that. What I'm saying is, like, going back to the question, are you as excited that you can be about your work today? Like, is this the limit of what you can do? I'm gonna argue until you can probably do more. So with me, it's like, yeah, it'd be so cool to just have this like amazing office space. That's like, man, like this is so like the energy's good, the vibe's good, like the it sets a tone for your day, right? Like when I go to that movie theater, it's like I want to go to the movies, and the movie theater itself is nice and the seats are nice, but like just like walking through it, all the LEDs, like the way they like design everything, like it's a good feeling. And really, like when I went to the theaters and like I sat there, I was like, I want to have this feeling when I go to the office, right? Like I don't want to have like this like ugly painting wall, and like I want a standing desk, like I want like I want the newer laptop. And again, not that I'm gonna go and purchase everything or that I need everything right now. It's more so like putting the vision forward to say, what do you want to achieve over time? Like spending $30,000 on equipment, that's not happening today or the next year, right? Like that's not happening soon. What I am saying is that is the goal that I want to go after, because that's a life I want to create. So again, for you, is that like you'd want your own home gym? Like is that just spending $500 on the most on a few kettlebells and dumbbells, and like that's what you want right now? That's fantastic. Is it that you just want to be able to take your kids to work in the morning, and that means you start you start your day job, or you start your business, like working on vehicles, or servicing the first customer at 10 a.m. instead of what most people start like at 8 or 9 a.m. Do you want to be back home by 3 p.m.? Whatever that looks like for you, like I want to encourage you to have that vision in your head and to create it, to fully be responsible and take ownership and say, I know what I want to do. I know the life that I want, and this is what I'm going to do. So, you know what I just noticed? Hopefully the video is actually still recording. I'm going to check right now. Hopefully the battery did not, let's see what happens right here. Okay, and we are good to go. I thought it was going to be turned off. That would have sucked. But I'll go ahead and end the episode right here. Again, please just have the courage to think more, to really set out that vision for what you want in your life, because you are in control of your life and you can do what you want, because you can make the decisions on whatever goals you want to achieve or whatever vision you want to set to go and make that a reality, right? There's no limit to what you can do. But if you're limiting your mind, if you're limiting what you think you're capable of, then you won't achieve what you truly could achieve, right? And I don't want to sound all motivational, whatever, but it's like you started your business for a reason. You wanted to become your own boss for a reason. And there should be no limitations on what you can achieve just because you think you can't, right? Like there's a lot more that you can do. You just have to have that right mindset to make sure you have the right plan to execute and to do, the best that you can to make that vision come true. So I'll end the podcast right here. If you want to download the ultimate guide to start your detailing business, if you want to get a free 14-day trial plus 20% off your first 6 months in Jobber, that's the software we use to run our detailing business, then you can check all that in the description box or in the show notes below, or the show notes if you're listening to this on audio. And if it's on YouTube, you can check the description box down below. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye.